Hey, it's story time with Uncle Luke. Once upon a time, God began telling a story, a true story. It's our story. It's His story. It's a story of a love intense enough to die for, a villain's treachery, a lover's betrayal, a hero's dangerous fight for his beloved, a valiant rescue, and a happy ending. It's the greatest story ever told, and the author has invited us into the story. A lot of times the Bible can seem like such a huge, kind of complicated book. It seems kind of overwhelming. It's so big. And there's so many books and so many authors, and it just seems crazy. But we need to realize it's just one pretty seamless story. It becomes a lot less complicated when we look at it as the greatest story ever. And we need to just view it as that, as the story of God, the story of God's interaction with His people, the story of God's great love for His people. And we see the same story, the same overall story played over and over again. There's an overall story to the Bible, and we see it played out over and over again in the lives of the characters, including you. You're a character in this story. And we need to break it down a little bit, and it's really just 4 chapters. It's 4 chapters repeated over and over in the life of Adam and Eve and King David and the nation of Israel and the church and in the story of us. And it's the story of God. And chapter 1 is this. The king and his beloved are living the perfect life, and they're having this amazing, unbroken relationship, and everything is groovy and everything is beautiful. Chapter 2. The beloved chooses to walk away from the love of the king. And this breaks everything. It brings pain, it brings separation, it brings shame. Then chapter 3, the beloved's life is in shambles as a result of their bad choices. And the beloved realizes what they've done, and they cry out for rescue. They cry out for help from the king, from the hero. And then chapter 4, the king forgives, the king rescues, and the king totally restores the beloved. And it's a great story. And you need to find yourself in the story. You need to realize that somewhere in chapter 2, 3, or 4, you're there. And you need to realize where you are in the story and where you can be in the story. And it's an incredible thing to be a part of the story of God. We need to look at the Bible as just the greatest story ever told. And it's a story that hasn't ended. It's a story that includes us. It's a love story. And it's a story of God and His great love for you. God bless you guys. Giddy up.